Alright, alright. So game 2, I don't remember watching the first game, but, or maybe the first game was a blowout, that's why I didn't watch it, but game 2 though.
Our officials, James Williams, the crew chief, Mark Lindsay, and Carl Lane, as we are set to go for game 2 here in Boston. Glad you're with us here on NBA TV.
Trae Young was just voted most overrated player. Trae Young was just voted most overrated player in the league by NBA players. Anonymous poll of NBA players said Trae Young's most overrated player. Which I think Trae Young, top 5 point guard in the league. So let's see how he responds.
Taking that shot. Game 2, they look a lot more comfortable. Well, the level of aggression was night and day between Boston and Atlanta in the opening minutes. Tatum takes advantage to the rim and his first bucket of the night. Early offense for Boston, he throws it away.
That's an excellent steal right there by Capella, jumping out in that passing lane. And this is where Atlanta has to thrive.
Complete 180 from what we saw here on Saturday. Tatum.
Good move. Good move.
All the way to the rim as he worked his way past Trae Young for the bucket.
A lot of times in these playoff games, when a team gets beat or blown out or embarrassed like that, that next game, they come in with a little bit of extra.
Capella.
I think Trae Young, top 5 point guard. Top 5 point guard.
Murray and Tatum spent maybe a surprising amount of time.
I did think Delonte Murray was going to add a lot to the Hawks, but, I mean, I guess it's the first season he's there, but, I mean, he didn't do much in his first season at the Hawks, which I thought he was going to do.
They want it up and down, a little bit ragtag. They don't want to play.
Good move. I mean, that's not even a good move, that's just great seal. Great seal off.
Turnover in this first quarter for Boston. Young swatted away by Brown. See if Brogdon wants to push. Up top, Robin Williams. Jaylen Brown. Out of Wheeler High School in suburban Atlanta. A touch.
Why did they add the suburban Atlanta part? Why couldn't they just say Wheeler? Why did they say suburban Atlanta? Why wouldn't they just say Wheeler High School in Atlanta? I knew that shit was gonna happen.
Celtics keep it. Derek White reverses high off the glass. Beautiful finish from White.
Derek White not only got the layup right there, but he wants a foul.
14 unanswered. And Bogdanovich answers. Long high dribble. Lost control. It's blocked by White. Brogdon at the buzzer.
Oh, the bank is open.
Could the end of this first quarter gone at any
Celtics won. Celtics won. Just from that shot, I just know Celtics won from that. They have the luck on the side.
Tatum with a screen from Horford.
But I already know Celtics are going to win this series, though. I mean, Celtics' overall team is just a lot better than the Hawks, though.
And White's living in the lane right now.
It's not easy.
Like, Hawks have a solid team, but it's just not better. It's not a top 5 team in the league, though. Caliber.
From the great beyond.
They need to get Trae Young help, and which I thought DeJounte Murray was going to help him, but
Wins the race. And the lead is cut to 4.
they're 7 seed, so. And they were a higher seed without DeJounte.
Into the paint again, and another layup for Derek White.
So.
And sign him up for 12 right now.
And you know, probably people are going to be in the comments saying, "Yeah, I'm a casual fan of NBA, and I don't know the real stats of his own and shit." But I mean,
He never took his mask off.
Became his trademark.
Trae Young almost averages 30 points and 10 assists. If you can give him some help,
At the end of the first quarter, that
come on.
beat the buzzer. He banked it home. About blew the lid off this place. Collins
Come on.
inside gets the roll.
That's a quality possession. They needed that.
And 29 minutes worth of work in game 1. Here's Tatum. Left all
I'm not surprised people say Trae Young's the most overrated player in the league because he doesn't play defense. So look at that. You got to think he's the most overrated player in the league, but Jaylen Brown, a two-way player, is guarding him. A small forward has to guard him. But he's overrated. Doesn't make sense.
Between game clock and shot clock. Murray strokes a three. DeJounte Murray, 3 of 6 now.
Doesn't really add up.
Young looked like he had a little bit of a glimmer of hope.
Good offensive look. Smart to Brown. And he's on Smart. Cross court to Tatum.
Because when he last year, first playoff appearance, sends the Knicks home.
That's when they help. Just keep it to the basics. Keep it simple.
Team gets reorganized and is hurt all year
So we have to be better on that area.
and gets the 17.
I felt the contact.
It's not his fault.
Could have been blown for sure.
Injuries
Step back three.
happen.
Tatum.
Like and like people that don't think Trae Young's top 5 point guard is wild. Like who name 5 point guards that are better?
Husser in transition. White has another block, but it goes to
I can name
for the easy flush.
Steph, obviously.
Times already here in the third quarter. It's been sloppy both ways.
Dame Lillard, obviously.
Had a handoff. Smart went down. Hits the mid-range shot as Smart argues his case.
Normally, good things aren't going to happen for you when you try to.
Steph, Dame.
Tatum to the corner. Horford. He spent his first 9 seasons with the
Shea. You can give Shea the nod because of this season. So you can put Shea ahead.
The leadership.
Shea.
Always great on
That's
temperature.
3.
You see that guy that can speak in the whole locker room. Listen to him.
Sidestep 3 for Jaylen Brown.
That's tough.
Everything is going the Celtics way right now.
10th minute, 3 of the night for Boston, 10 of 22. Murray, he's had a hot hand for Atlanta tonight.
You're DeJounte Murray, don't take your foot
That's
off the
all I
pedal.
can
Keep pressing
name.
the action. He's the only person for Atlanta that's got it going.
Make it 6 made threes for DeJounte Murray.
I'm not putting Luka as a point guard.
He's not passing
Luka's not a point guard. He's a small forward, but he can play point guard. Not putting him as a point guard. Like that.
DeJounte Murray, longest by any active coach in the NBA right now. Hawks are 11 and 12 on
De'Aaron Fox, but De'Aaron Fox I wouldn't put ahead of Trae Young.
That'll work.
He's the overall better team than Trae Young, but I wouldn't put him individually ahead of Trae Young.
Shoulder into him to create just enough space to finish with the layup.
I mean, averaging almost 30 points a game and 10 assists almost, or probably maybe 10 assists. 6 foot. That's tough. That's tough. You got to be very good. You got to be a really, really good player to be able to do that.
Fires immediately and fills it.
And right there, Smart.
Steph,
That was game
Dame,
7 of the 1988 Eastern Conference Finals. Dominique Wilkins.
De'Aaron Fox, top 5. Trae Young. I just don't understand what point guards would be ahead of him after those. Like after Steph, Dame. I don't know what point guards would be ahead.
White gets the pick from Tatum.
Let's see. NBA PG rankings. Stephen Curry, Luka, Trae Young, Chris Paul, Ja Morant. Oh, I forgot about Ja. How did I forget about Ja? Probably because he's a fucking thug nowadays, and I hear more about his thuggish behavior than him being an NBA player. Okay, so top 5 point guards, you got Steph Curry, number 1. Not adding Luka into the point guard conversation. You got Steph Curry, number 1. Ja Morant, number 2. Ja Morant or Damian Lillard, number 2. Ja Morant or Damian Lillard are the second and third best point guard You could intertwine them, whichever you prefer. Ja second, Dame third, Dame second, Ja third. Whichever you prefer. But those are the 3 best point guards. Steph number 1, and then Ja, Dame Lillard. Then you gotta go Trae Young and Shai Gilgeous. Shai. You gotta go Trae and Shai after. There's no other point guards you're putting ahead. You're not putting Chris Paul ahead. You're just not. Drew Holiday's not a point guard. LaMelo Ball is not ahead of any of those. Van Fleet, I mean, Jesus Christ. These are the last year point guard rankings. Steph Curry number 1, Luka 2, Trae Young 3, Chris Paul 4, Ja Morant 5. That's top 5. Take Luka out. I can live with that. You got Trae second, Chris third, Ja fourth. I can live with that. Take Luka out. Last season. Because Chris Paul was nice last season. But after the season, you still have Trae Young. I mean, you still have Steph 1. Then you have Ja at 2 this season because of that. And then you have Dame or Trae Young. Yeah, I'm not even going to say Dame second. You have Steph, Ja, and then you have Dame or Trae Young, whichever you prefer. If you prefer Trae Young or you prefer Dame. Because this has Dame 6th. This has Dame 6th, Drew Holiday 7th, LaMelo 8, Van Fleet 9, and Mike Conley 10. So, like, this season you got Steph 1, Ja 2nd. Then you got Trae Young, Dame Lillard for the 3 and 4 spot. And then you got probably Chris Paul. Then you probably got Chris Paul for the 5 spot. Because Drew Holiday's not a point guard. And I don't think LaMelo Ball is better than Chris Paul yet. So you got top 5 point guards in the league. Steph, Ja, Trae, Dame, Paul. How are people saying Trae Young's the most overrated player? Wild.
Perfection. That can't be the coverage though.
Wild.
Murray, circuitous route. Gives it up to Hunter. Up and in for DeAndre Hunter.
They act like he has the best team in the world. His team's ass. Trae Young literally gets double teamed and triple teamed every game because his team is so bad that they would rather double and triple team Trae Young all night and make the rest of the team try to score than even give the chance of Trae Young scoring. And he still almost scores 30 points a game. I forgot about Kyrie though also. I forgot about Kyrie.
That's how it is in the playoffs. Sometimes,
Kyrie fucking barely plays this year. Kyrie barely played this year. I'm not even gonna add Kyrie this year. I mean, if we're adding Kyrie, then Kyrie's fucking. If we're adding Kyrie, Kyrie's second best point guard in the league. Everybody just goes down a notch besides Steph Curry. Goes Steph, Kyrie, Ja. If we're adding Kyrie, it goes Steph, Kyrie, Ja. Steph, Kyrie, Ja, Trae Young, Damian Lillard, Chris Paul. If we're adding Kyrie, because Kyrie barely even plays. Type shit.